On June 19, 2024, a traffic stop in Georgia escalated when a passenger fled the vehicle and ingested drugs, while the driver provided false identification.
381 Central traffic stop. Stay in the car! Stay in the car! Stay in the car! Come here! There you go, foot. Get on the road! Stay down! Do not move! Stay on the ground. 2750 Gainesville Road. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Stop reaching!
I'm not reaching! I can't get my arm! You hurt me! You hurt me!
Stop! Police department!
I can't get my
Stay back!
arm!
Go get over there! Stay on the back! Get back there!
I know. I just ate a bag
Go to that! Hey!
I just ate a bag of sandwich.
You're fine! I got you! Back up! Back up! Do it now! Dude, I'm telling you, if that's my son, you're gonna be in. That's okay. Back up. I'm gonna put you. He's gonna put your hands. You better be easy. I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to help him. You ain't fucking helping. You look like you're on top of him. I don't have my glasses on. I can't fucking see. He ate something. He ate something. He ate something. I want to know who it is. I need EMS 1018. He ate a whole bunch of stuff. I got an ambulance on the way. All right. We'll follow y'all.
He's stopping you for a cracked tail light. Are there any other drugs in the car? He said he swallowed some Xanax, is what he said.
Sit down.
Yeah, I'm just giving somebody a ride. I ain't done all this thing.
Can I get everybody's ID, please? You David Miranda? Okay, if you wouldn't mind stepping out of the car for me. Alright, just, yeah, you can just go.
What's your name?
Marley.
What name did she give you?
Marley Stringer.
Hey, Imani, will you pull that photo back up? That's her. That's her. So, she did the fake name. Just so you know, you have the right to remain silent.
That's who it is.
Yeah. Hey, guys, something else?
She's a lot older than this.
Why'd you give us a fake name?
I gave it to Baggy.
Okay.
I don't know what you do Baggy.
So one was fentanyl and one was Xanax? You're Macy.
No, sir.
So you're saying the driver threw a baggie to you, you ate the bigger one? So that's not you?
No, sir.
With the streaks in your hair, just like that?
No, I actually just did this like a couple months ago. It's grown out and everything. No.
Looks a lot like you.
That is not me, sir.
Girlfriend of.
That is not me.
Uh-huh. One was Xanax.
You know I gave her stuff.
Just so you know, if you're looking through it, you're gonna.
I understand.
Yeah.
That is not.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, and why you gave us fake name.
Because you just said I was his girlfriend. My name is Marley Stringer.
It's what?
Marley Stringer?
Marley Stringer.
Yes, sir.
And what's your social security number, Miss Stringer?
I don't know. I could.
How old are you?
Maybe. How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your birthday?
What's my birthday?
Yeah.
August 4th, 2003.
Okay.
Do you have anything in your phone? Like any ID
don't.
You're under arrest for false information. I just confirmed it to you.
Yeah.
Dakota! What are y'all doing? Why am I under arrest?
Did you give a fake name?
Am I really going to jail? Because you may want to put me in that ambulance too. What was my boyfriend and I did take some half of months.
So you want to see medical attention now?
I didn't think I was going to jail.
But
I took half the Xanax. I took 17 of them.
did you throw any of the drugs in the woods or no? You don't know? Yes?
Yes, sir. I don't want to lie to y'all.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to find it. We're going to have dogs out there, so just save everybody time.
I want to be honest with y'all. I don't want no problems.
All right. She wants to see EMS. She took 17 Xanax.
Can I sit? Can I sit down? I need to sit down.
Okay, sit down. We're going to go to the hospital, okay?
Oh, I need to sit down, sir.
It's okay. Right here. I'm going to roll the window down so you get some air, okay?
Okay.
Watch your head.
Please, thank you so much.
So the guy with the long hair is taking your dog. Your dog is not going to the pound or anything like that, okay? You want a seatbelt on? You said yeah? No? Okay. I'm going to take those handcuffs off you, okay? And we're going to go in the hospital. Does that sound good? Can you move? Can you get your legs out? I just want to get those handcuffs off of you, okay?
This analysis examines the legal standards governing police authority, use of force, and the criminal conduct of both subjects. The stop was initiated for a broken taillight, which under Georgia Code Section 40-8-23 constitutes probable cause for a lawful traffic stop. Under Wren v. United States, a traffic stop is constitutional if the officer has probable cause to believe a violation occurred, regardless of any other motivation. When the passenger suddenly exited and fled, the officer's pursuit was legally justified under California v. Hodari D. This case establishes that a suspect is not seized for Fourth Amendment purposes until physically restrained or until he submits to a show of authority. The physical force used to secure the fleeing subject must be evaluated under Graham v. Connor, which requires objective reasonableness. From the officer's perspective, a fleeing suspect making movements toward his waistband creates reasonable safety concerns justifying physical control techniques. When the subject ingested drugs, officers immediately recognized a medical emergency and requested EMS assistance. Under the 14th Amendment, officers have a constitutional duty to provide medical care for serious medical needs of individuals in their custody. The driver provided false identification, violating Georgia Code Section 16-1025. This statute makes it a misdemeanor to give false information to law enforcement when lawfully detained, punishable by up to 12 months imprisonment. Officers do not need Miranda warnings before asking routine identification questions during a traffic stop, as this is not custodial interrogation. However, once formally arrested, Miranda warnings are required before any substantive questioning about criminal conduct. The passenger's flight from a lawful stop constitutes obstruction under Georgia Code Section 16-1024. His ingestion of drugs to destroy evidence could constitute felony tampering under Georgia Code Section 16-1094. Both subjects entered nolo contendere pleas. The driver was convicted on July 15th, the passenger on August 23rd, 2024. Now let's evaluate each party. Law enforcement officers receive a grade of B+. The officers demonstrated strong legal compliance. The traffic stop was lawful, the pursuit justified, and use of force was reasonable under Graham standards. Most critically, they immediately recognized both medical emergencies and prioritized life-saving care over investigation. Their professional demeanor during the false identification investigation, patient questioning, and compassionate medical response warrant high marks. The grade is not an A due to minor tactical positioning issues during the foot pursuit and initial bystander management. The male passenger receives a grade of F. His conduct was unlawful, dangerous, and life-threatening. Flight from a lawful stop is a crime. Ingesting drugs to destroy evidence is a felony and created a medical emergency. Every decision he made worsened his legal and physical situation. What could have been a traffic citation became a criminal conviction. The female driver receives a grade of D. She committed the crime of providing false identification. She repeatedly lied even when confronted with photographic evidence, demonstrating deliberate deception to law enforcement. She receives some credit for eventual honesty about disposing of drugs and requesting medical attention, but her initial dishonesty led directly to her conviction. Critical lessons from this incident. First, you have the right to remain silent. Silence is legal, lying is a crime. You must provide identification when lawfully requested, but you do not have to answer questions about contraband or criminal activity. Second, never flee from police. Flight creates reasonable suspicion, justifies physical force, and adds criminal charges. Third, destroying evidence by ingestion is felony tampering and potentially fatal. The legal consequences of possession are serious, but death is permanent. Fourth, providing false identification only adds charges to your situation. Officers verify identity through databases quickly. Fifth, if you need medical attention, request it immediately. Officers have a duty to provide care. Your health takes priority. This incident transformed from a routine equipment violation into dual medical emergencies and criminal convictions through poor decision-making. The officers fulfilled their duty of care under challenging circumstances. Both subjects learned that attempting to evade justice only compounds legal consequences. Understanding the difference between exercising constitutional rights and committing crimes during police encounters is essential for every citizen. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Law, for even more police interaction and courtroom content. Remember, understanding your rights keeps you safe and out of legal trouble. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.